don't know who it is, but somebody amongst you all said out loud, "Damn, I wish Jet would upload longer videos." Yeah, one of y'all said that. And let me tell you how I know one of y'all said that. Because, as of recent, more and more of my damn clips have become corrupted, aka unable to be downloaded. Yeah, so, what you just seen, my dear people, was the latter half of one encounter. And we're going to talk about that latter half of that one encounter. But first, we need to get to, or not even get to, get through this. Now that I'm back, people, we gotta talk about what you just seen. Not just now, but the forest encounter. So the first half of the encounter, you seen what I had. I found a raincoat in a yellow house on the other side of the map. You know where the road is, and it's nothing but open ground. Yeah. Found a raincoat, took him down. Then, about 9 minutes of pure silence until I get to where you just seen me at. And it's like, damn, the Bard House just got open? Huh, it's almost like nobody's doing anything. Oh no, people were doing something, they were just quiet about it. And if you're wondering, Jet, why did you zoom in on your weapon wheel? You see, folks, this is what pressure does to you. You seen how I had 8 rounds left in an M4A1. By the way, I'm looking straight at a guy right here. Like, straight at him. Like, dead at him. There's a guy on that ridge. Don't believe me if you don't want to. But there's a guy up there. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I had 8 rounds left in an M4A1. Powerful assault rifle. But the thing vomits ammunition. People, when I zoomed in on my weapon wheel, what did you see? If you set a Beretta with 40 rounds, you'd be right. But I want to take a pause on that sentiment for 1 second, because remember the guy that just hit the detector? You know, the same detector that's up this hill and behind it? I mean, yeah, that guy said, "Oh, there's no one at the container? Alright, bet, I'm gonna go for it." Just because no one is there, that don't mean nobody's looking at it either. That doesn't mean nobody has eyes on the container. And here's the scary thing. I'm just gonna spoil the video a little bit for you. I'm not the only guy that just seen that right there. Hear that shot? Someone is at the helicopter. They miss, but I don't. Now, like I said, there's a guy at the helicopter, and there's your proof. You see the glint. I'm shooting at the glint. People, y'all know me. I do not take speculative shots. I don't. But Jet, if you don't take speculative shots, then why did you just now? Well, because I was kind of seeing red a little bit. You know, when you get killed by a guy with roughly 24,000 kills in a previous match, you kind of throw caution and morals and ethics out the window for your next match. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was a little bit heated, to say the least. And you know what? This is a perfect segue. Why am I heated? Back to what I was saying before. So you notice when I zoomed in on my weapon wheel, you seen I had 40 rounds in a Beretta. When I got that guy down to, what, 20% of his hit points, I basically ran out of ammunition. And we were stuck doing a dangerous behind pirouette. Folks, this is what pressure does to you. I forgot I had a whole ass pistol in my back pocket. I could have won that. I really could have. All I had to do was hit the weapon wheel, pull out the Beretta, and turn toward him. And yes, he had an MGV with like, let me do a quick calculation, like 3 times, well, more than, damn, no, 4 times my amount of ammunition, but he spent about, what, 40 rounds, maybe 50 at that point. And all I need at that close range was one solid burst of ammunition into his chest. He would have been gone. But nope. You seen how he hit the barred house. Then he heard me shoot the guy in the head who was waiting for an airdrop, if not the barred house too. You know, the guy who was prone that I headshotted through a tree. Yeah, him. Old boy heard that shot and said, oh shit, someone's nearby. Let me go into hiding. I'm not knocking him for it. That's the perfect play to do. In all actuality and reality, that's the most perfect play to do. You hear a shot nearby and you're near a POI, oh yeah, I would be cautious too. It's just, I didn't expect him to be so close. But what I always tell you all, Forest, the map where the trees have muzzle brakes. Think about what I just said. So yeah, I messed that up. I sure did. But because I messed that up, we come to this match. On-field content. And in case you need some more context, I couldn't show you all the first part of that match. Why? Because the clip got corrupted. And now you see the vicious circle of why I said. One of y'all said out loud, damn it, Jet, post longer videos. You didn't comment it. At least I think you didn't. But you said it out loud. And words have power. And now I'm encountering problems where... I said encountering problems. Anyway, now I'm encountering problems where some of my clips don't want to upload to the network. And that leaves me with half an encounter. A third of an encounter. Mortal Kombat clips that don't make it to the Xbox Live network. To put it to you in layman's terms, I had, let me see, about 6 encounters stored up and ready for editing and putting up on YouTube. Now I have none. None. From 6 to 0. Do you know how long 6 encounters are? 6 times 15. That's an hour and 30 minutes of gameplay. Just gone. Vanished into atoms. So, whoever amongst you said that shit, I hope that both sides of your pillow is warm when you go to sleep tonight. I hope that your left eye itches so bad that it makes you itch it right before you go to sleep. I hope the next 4 meals you eat at the house are cold. I hope all 4 of your tires, their air pressure is beneath the recommended amount. I hope the next time you turn on your AC, this shit don't work. That's what I hope. Because I'm losing gameplay here. Anyway.
Airdrop incoming. Get ready.
That was very well timed. Back to what I was saying. Detector. It's up there. Guy who hit the detector. Also up there. It's kind of like people who see there's nobody near a POI immediately think that it's safe. Well, newsflash, it's fucking not.
Say you are a killer. Can you stay alive now when you are a threat?
Man, oh man, there's so many layers to what just happened in front of you just now. Let's peel it back, layer by layer, like an onion. Shrek. Anyway, just because you hit the detector and you see no one is on top of a POI, that don't mean the shit is safe, people. It don't. It means nobody near it, but that don't mean it's safe. I mean, it's as simple as that. Notice how the first dude who stood on top of the container in broad moonlight got shot at. And he thought to himself, I'm gonna try it again. He missed. No, no, no. Secondly, and this is very important, positioning. Positioning is key in every single one of your engagements on this head-ass game. This is going to be a bit crazy to say out loud, but try to follow my logic here. Guy, who might have been the same dude who was at the helicopter that I was shooting at earlier. It could be him, because look, he does have an M82. He does. You see that, right? Anyway, you seen how he was there. He noticed a guy get shot at and hit. I shoot at him and he moves. Cool. So now he knows he's being targeted, so he moves. He doesn't find me. Then he hits the detector. Doesn't see anyone near the container. Goes for the container. Gets shot at again by the same guy with the same weapon. Wait, no, he had an M21. That's what it was. Yeah, he had an M21 because he fired quick as hell. Now get this. Positioning is key in this here game. Folks, where was he at when he was shooting me? On top of the container. Right. Now, what's behind him? If you said air, you're right. But let me ask you it in a different way. From my POV, from my point of view, aiming up at him, what is behind him? If you said the sky, you're right. Okay, cool. Now, keep that in mind. From his point of view, aka on top of that rock where he was shooting me from, what's behind me? If you said some dirt or some flowers, you're right. Now let me ask you this. What is easier to spot? A guy standing against the night sky or a guy standing in front of some dark-ass dirt? If you said Jet, it's obvious. The easier person to shoot is a guy against the skylight because he's easily spotted. That's my point. Notice how I ran around, well, I took a wide berth. I didn't run immediately up to the container. One, because I only have a rifle, and two, I have no secondary. But three, I did not want to be on a ridge because he is on a ridge. I want to be at a spot where it's very hard for him to notice me. Folks, the only thing, and this is the thing I'm trying to get you to realize, the only way he could see me is if I aim. That's the only way. My glint will give me away because it's a bright flashing light against some dark ass grass, some dark ass dirt. But on his end, he has a sky behind him. And his outline, his silhouette is very prominent. I can't miss that, even though I fucking did. I can't miss that. You know what I'm saying? So, I really could have fucked that up. Easily. But because I went prone and then shot, when I missed, I got up in my move. Me moving was probably the only chance he got to see me. If I'd have just fired one time and hit him and that would have been it, that would have been it, obviously. Yeah. Now get this. What do you think? Am I alone or am I not alone? Jet, you just hit the detector and you seen 2 red dots. You're not alone. Okay, you're right. I wasn't alone. For that instant. People, look at my threat icon. Look at my threat icon. What do you notice about my threat icon? Notice how it's red and not red and white. Notice that? Okay, notice, alright, look at my airdrop symbol. Or look at my person carrying an airdrop. Notice how that's flashing red and white. The threat icon does the same thing, or at least it should. Shout out to my community for telling me this, and I'm telling you all this as well. Should you ever become a threat in this here game, when your icon stops flashing, you're alone. That's it. You're alone. The map is yours. It's kind of like the game's reward for you actually being aggressive. It's kind of like a built-in detection system. But the kick is, or the twist is, you don't know where that other person is. That's why the detector's there. But let me say this. You might die in encounter 1, but you might become a threat in encounter 2. And what happened in encounter 1 just might push you to do some outlandish things, no pun intended, in encounter 2. Who can remember the last time I became a threat and then stayed in the match and then grabbed an airdrop? Those last two things never fucking happened. Ever. But you seen it here though. You sure did. So, I'm kind of upset because right now in my clips, all I have is, wait for it, 3 shootouts. Which means I gotta hop into this here game and record like 3 encounters. Folks, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.